Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just sitting out here reflecting some things. I find it fascinating that the movie Mask came up as a suggestion for me to watch. You know, the Jim Carrey movie? And I go, isn't that so funny? Because lately I've been kind of getting the signs and information about people that wear masks. You know, we were talking about like narcissists and toxic people, or even just people in general, you know, wearing a mask. And then I saw the movie pop up. So I did watch it. So I want you guys to comment below. Do you think it's a coincidence that that's what I was kind of looking into? Or do you think it's because of Halloween is why the movie, you know, was put up as a, you know, suggestion? The other suggestion I saw, which I thought was hilarious, was it said "Mommy Dearest," free with ads. I went, "That's an old movie." I'm like, am I getting subliminal messages here? But I know that people wear typically a mask. You know, but you look for clues. You also look for the reasons why, you know, maybe they're wearing a mask or feel the need to, and eventually, you know, it comes off. Whether someone pulls it off or whether, you know, someone decides, you know, to take it off. I was never about wearing a mask. I think I was maybe intimidated or maybe not aware of, you know, my abilities to vocalize maybe what I was, you know, thinking or feeling. Typically that comes back from childhood trauma. I realized, you know, because my mother's such a narcissist, and always wanted to be the center of attention, even when it was, you know, someone else's funeral or someone else ill, you know, and it wasn't ever the right time, it seemed, for me to, you know, be vocal. So as an adult and then getting in, you know, unhealthy relationship, you know, with someone else that was maybe dominating personality or just, you know, avoidant people, I kind of realized I had surrounded myself with. So I think that's why I was kind of maybe avoiding maybe topics or being as open, because I was dealing with, you know, people that were, you know, avoiding things. And I learned that that's actually, you know, not healthy. We definitely should be voicing, you know, our opinions. We definitely have, you know, our own self-worth and self-value, and our feelings matter. You know, feelings aren't facts. That's why they're called feelings. But they're still, you know, important for us to recognize, process, you know, and I'm told forgive, release, and bless is what Father God's been, you know, teaching me about lately. But I remember an art project I did. I want to say I was like junior high, and it was a mirror. It was an art class. I did take an art class, but not since, you know, I think I was 12 maybe. But what I did was, I think they just gave us a couple different medias and options. They were showing us that when you take a razor blade to the back of a mirror, you can etch out, you know, whatever image you want, and it appears on the mirror. So I remember I wrote out, and it said, don't be afraid to go out on a limb, because that is where the fruit is. I don't remember exactly where I got that from, but because with that inspiration, I first etched it, and I did like rainbow crown, I remember doing, and it was like a razor blade. And then I thought, what would be cool, because it's a tree and it's wood, let me get a plank of wood. I got like I had it for years too, I held on to it, I wish I knew where it was. You know, eventually I lost it, but it was a good solid, like nice piece of wood, and then I drew it with, obviously, you know, a lot of help, a tree, you know, with branches, with leaves, and wrote out that phrase. And I remember having, you know, the brown outline, and then I had the little leaves, and then I had like the red, you know, fruit. I think it was like apples or maybe a cherry tree or something, you know, to the thing. And then lately, the reason why I thought back at it is because I got in my spirit, you are the tree, we are the branches. So I've been thinking about that, and I go, it reminds me of that tree phrase. I don't know if, I would consider doing another art project, but I definitely want to hang on to that phrase because it's strong. Days when I feel weak, or days when I feel, maybe a little unsure or insecure, or wanting to, self-reflect and figure out, is it rationalization? Is it justification? Kind of like a pain pill. I get prescribed, to take. And I learned how to be really healthy about it, to only take it, when needed. And also, it's important to just not take the pill and expect, like anything else, all your problems to go away. It's not going to be 100%, for the pain relief either. So I do, effective things to help assist with my pain. The exercising, the ice is a big thing. Heat. There's different ointments and creams, and I try a mixture of things, basically, so I can have some strong support for pain relief, especially when I want to be able to sleep or relax. It's hard to do that, when I'm that uncomfortable. So it's about, just like your emotional mental health, it's the same thing, your physical health. You combine the efforts to feel better. So having faith doesn't make it easy, but it does make it possible. And I think that's important, to remind myself, and, to encourage you guys to remember. There was another thing that I did with Whittle that was so amazing, and I want to tell you guys about it. So I got her into, on YouTube, Mary Poppins. I was big on Disney movies, and my siblings and now my children, very big about Disney movies. So I got her into Mary Poppins, and I thought, what would be fun is, let's get some kites. Let's go out to the bay and fly them, and we're going to play the song, "Let's Go Fly a Kite," while we're doing it. So I got 2 kites. I got one that was marked like easy, supposedly, and then one that was like, I don't know, advanced or whatever. So we went out and to fly the kites. So we went to the big grass area. And so I handed her the easy one, right? I set the phone down. I pushed play on the Disney song list. And I'm running up and down, the field, trying to get the damn, kite in the air. And I was really struggling. I couldn't get it up, and I turned my head, and Whittle is just cracking up, laughing. Not only was she standing still, not running, and her kite was, in the air, beginning to get up high, blowing in the wind. So she was excited about that, but she was laughing at me. She thought it was hysterical that, she was standing still and had her kite up, and I was, running down the field, getting exhausted, trying to get it up in the air. And it was just such a great moment, just, infectious, her giggling, and just, it gave her so much confidence. And, she was not only showing off, but she was laughing at me, and so it made it even more fun. So, I was also thinking about, social procrastination. I start with little goals like that, where I'm like, let me go do this with Whittle. Let me go do this with Whittle, in my to-do lists. But it's real important for me and for anybody, to, when you decide to do something, when you make a goal, exist to accomplish it, right? And it feels great to achieve it, even if it's, flying kites. To me and Whittle, it was, big stuff. So it's nice to just enjoy, life, things like that. I remember I looked up, back when I was, trying to perfect the eggs, I looked up, I'm not going to say the name of a famous chef, to see how he perfected his egg. And let me tell you, I felt so much relief when he was demonstrating, how to do a perfect egg, but yet behind him, he was burning the toast. So I was like, relief. It turns out, none of us are perfect. We're all gonna, have our moments where we're, trying to do something, and, some things happen and remind us that even the best mistakes, could be entertaining, and reminds us, that we're all human, right? So, with the healing process, I realized my mother taught me negative habits, like manipulation, and it's a real big thing for me to come out of that, to not be someone, her big thing was do as I say, not as I do. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want you guys to think for a moment that I'm not constantly working on myself, and I don't ever feel that anyone's better than me. I actually treat everyone as if they're my superior, because everyone has different issues, everyone has different situations, the outcome, I feel, of the goal will be more positive when you're willing to face it with a compromise, whether it's a child or an adult. If there's a goal, there should be compromise, because the important thing is to accomplish the goal and to care about people. And I feel like there's just more success in that. I'd rather achieve, peace and harmony and encouragement than, trying to make a big wad of cash, or, have a bunch of things, as they say, materialistic stuff. I've always been that way. And I encourage other people, at least my children, I can, try to influence even more to be, like me. So, because I think it's real important to know that you can't come up with enough money to pay off people in the spiritual realm, right? Your spirit is so much more important than anything else. So it's important that not only do I remind myself of that, but I remind my children of that too. So I like the most recent thing. Father God told me. He said, I want you to give yourself the title of the comeback kid. And I said, the comeback kid? Wow, that makes me feel like energized, like a pretty cool title. I gotta move around because my foot's going to sleep. He said, I want you to pursue. There's so much more you can do, and there's so much your words and your lessons, that not only can you achieve something from, but then you can help others to give them some encouragement that they can do it too. No matter what it is that you've gone through, no matter what's happened in life, every day is a brand new day, and we wake up and we get to almost, start all over again, right? So I choose to wake up and pursue, to get things done, even if it's like today, a day where it's like, I know I got to do grocery shopping, I know I got to do laundry, I know I want to, work on my lessons, I know I want to talk to my kids, I want to reorganize, my room. So it just seems like there's always so much to do, right? I stay in a mode of gratitude for the things that I do get done. I give myself, the encouragement that, look, well, at least you got, these things done, and tomorrow, maybe work on these things. And it's much better than, trying to hide and get under your covers and not accomplish anything. But we're all even allowed days like that where we just feel like, today I don't care about getting up or looking pretty or talking to anyone or doing anything. I just want to kick back, and whether it's sleep or meditate or, eat some food, play some music, watch some programs. It's another thing too. He whispered to me. He goes, "You're doing a little too much of the social media. You need to calm down on that." What do you call them? He called them naysayers. And I was like, "What are you talking about, the naysayers?" And he was like, "Monitoring spirits." And I'm like, "What?" And I guess I got out of it like, "Oh, the content I'm watching, He's like, "Maybe not so much of that. Watch positive stuff, Stay away from like low vibrational, people or even social media stuff. So I'm like, okay. He's like, "I don't want you to lower your vibration. I want you to be in a better mood, and I want you to, stay in the positive and only filter in, the positive." I guess your mind starts to interpret, and I don't know. It's like it apparently might or does change your energy or something, right? So I'm like, okay. Um, so anyway, I'm going to get back to my to-do list. As always, it's fantastic to be able to check in with you guys. I will talk to you soon. Okay? God bless you all. Bye.